We're from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It's a small town, a population of about 10,000, and it's a nice little rural town.
What are you cooking here today?
We're shrimp and crawfish etouffee.
Tell us a little bit about what has gone into the dish.
Well, it started out with just a little idea. We heard about the cook-off, and so we were planning, trying to figure out what we wanted to make. And then we found out that we had to use a staple from our state. And in Arkansas, it's a really big rice staple. So we were like, what can we make with seafood and rice? And then we finally thought of an idea that our parents had used multiple times cooking as we were growing up. And we decided that that would be a good recipe to make. And so we altered it to make it healthier and cut the sodium and interpret more seafood and then more different kinds of like rice, like brown rice instead of just white rice.
What do you like the most about cooking?
It's like kind of like an adventure every time you cook, because if you mess up, then you can just try again and try again until you get it right, and then it's a great learning opportunity.
What does 4-H mean to you?
It means a lot of things. Like, I started about 4 or 5 years ago, and since then I have learned to develop leadership skills, team skills, working together in projects. I've broadened my understanding for so many things.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'm thinking about going into the National Guard or Coast Guard, and then going into an A school and going in for culinary arts and learning to be a chef for the Coast Guard.
My job today is to be cooking the rice and making sure it doesn't stick to the pan and put it in on the right times, and also cutting the shrimp.
When did you first get interested in cooking?
I've done food nutrition for my record book in my county since I was about 9. So since I was about 9, I kind of got into it with my mom.
What have you learned about teamwork by cooking in a team?
There's a lot of it. You've got to make sure that everyone does their part, and you've got to make sure you do your part to keep up with it.
What did you learn by participating in 4-H?
I've learned a lot of leadership skills, a lot of speaking in front of people skills. It's taken me a lot of places. So.
What does 4-H mean to you?
It means a lot. I've done it since I've been showing pigs and stuff since I was 18 months old, so it really means a lot to my family.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan on going to Henderson and then going off to either Mississippi State or LSU for veterinarian school.
My job here today is to mostly the cutlery, cutting all the fruits and vegetables.
When did you get interested in cooking?
It actually started off really early. When I was 3, I'd help my mom cook in the kitchen and help my dad do some stuff, and that was really where it started off.
What do you like the most about cooking?
I don't know. I like, I don't know. It's just about putting all these ingredients together and just making something that tastes really good. That's pretty interesting to me.
What have you learned about teamwork by cooking in a team?
I've learned that every person has a really crucial part in what they do, and when you work together, you can really make something look good.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to be a biologist for the Game and Fish Commission. I've always loved animals, and that's kind of what I wanted to do.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H means a lot of things to me. It means it takes a lot of passion, and a lot of people think you have to have livestock and stuff to be in 4-H, but you don't. I mean, you can live in the middle of the city and be in 4-H, and so I just think I don't know, it's pretty fun.
Ever since I was a little girl, I always remember going over to my grandparents, and my grandma would cook for me. And my grandma died when I was in kindergarten, and so whenever I remember cooking, I always just remember that, and it helps me remember her.
What's your job here today?
Today I'm going to be chopping the garlic, and then all the vegetables. I'll be sauteing the vegetables and the crawfish, and when everything gets all together.
What do you like the most about cooking?
I love taste testing it, because you can have one different ingredient and have a totally different recipe and a totally different taste, and the possibilities are endless.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H is such a great opportunity. I've gone from DC to New Orleans. It's sent me so many places that I just would never have the opportunity to do anywhere else.
What are you planning to do for college and a career?
I'm thinking about physical therapy.
Our recipe gave us the opportunity to highlight one of our state's greatest commodities, rice. Arkansas is the United States' #1 producer of rice, accounting for about 48% of the nation's total. The annual Arkansas rice crop contributes more than $1 billion to the state's economy and accounts for thousands of jobs in Arkansas.
We adapted our original recipe to make it healthier. Traditional etouffee recipes use butter or crawfish fat. We were able to eliminate the use of saturated fats by replacing it with extra virgin olive oil that is rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and vitamin E.
Our team is from in the northeast part of Oklahoma. It is a decent-sized town. Its name is Muskogee, Oklahoma.
What kind of an Oklahoma dish are you guys cooking here today?
We are cooking catfish almondine with local linguine.
Is catfish indigenous to Oklahoma?
It is. It's the 14th most grown ag product in Oklahoma.
When did you first get interested in cooking?
It was actually 2 years ago we started doing the food showdown. It's been pretty great. We won at our district last year, and we just grown from there, and we got second in state, and the first team couldn't come here, so we took their place.
What does 4-H mean to you?
It has taught me so much. I mean, I've been in it for 9 years now. It's taught me public speaking, leadership skills. I do a whole bunch of camps. I'm team leader there, and I can get up and talk in front of people now with doing speeches and everything I can do.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan on going to OSU and studying psychology and then being a neuropsychologist.
My job here today is chopping the vegetables uniformly for a vegetable medley that will go into our creamy sauce.
When did you first start cooking?
I first started cooking probably at the age of around 6. It was probably my first grilled cheese. Simple things like that, and I've just grown and learned so many things, and now I'm here today.
What do you like the most about cooking?
I like it that you can start out at something very simple and kind of bring your own twist to everything, and then you can create something amazing, something great that's something you thought you could never cook before.
What's it like cooking in a competition as a member of a team?
It can be hard sometimes working as a team, but my team, we've done 4 competitions. This is our 4th one, and we've grown so much as a team. We can work together. I remember our first competition, we kind of were like, no, don't do this, and now we can be very calm. We know how to go over things before, and it's actually really great. It teaches you life skills.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H means so much to me. I would not be where I'm at today without it. It's taught me leadership skills, citizenship, and how you need healthy items in your everyday diet.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I want to go to Oklahoma State University also to study ag leadership, and that's another thing 4-H has taught me what I do want to do for my future.
My job today is to make the creamy sauce in the pasta.
When did you first get interested in cooking?
Actually, my project area is in 4-H is health and fitness and food nutrition. So I've kind of grown up with food and gardening and those type of things. So it's kind of just been home with me.
What's the difference between cooking at home and cooking in a competition with a team?
I think whenever you're with your team, it's more of your family, and so you have to work together. At home, you're doing it by yourself and learning from those mistakes that you make. Here, it's where you put those failures and put those into actions.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H means to me, that's how I met some of my best friends and how I've done leadership and citizenship. It just means to me life skills that I'm going to go through with college and my occupation. It's just going to help me grow as a person.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to go to OSU, Oklahoma State University, and be a dietitian and a food nutritionist.
In 2007, there were 56 catfish farms in Oklahoma, with the channel cat being the most common. Catfish is the 14th most grown ag product in our home state. In addition, most people choose to catch catfish from our local ponds and streams and lakes. It is a great source of protein with minimum fat, low sodium, and 0 carbs and sugars.
We are actually from South Louisiana. We're from Vermilion Parish, which is not far away from the Gulf.
What are you cooking here today?
Today we're cooking a Louisiana luau sampler plate, and it's really good because it combines all of our Louisiana commodities such as sweet potatoes, crawfish, and shrimp. So it's really, really good, and it uses all of Louisiana's that we have to offer.
When did you first get interested in cooking?
Well, I think all of us when we were younger, we kind of watch our grandparents in the kitchen and we kind of cook with family members, and then through 4-H, through cooking camps and different clinics helping out, we learned that we really like to cook, so whenever the opportunity came, we wanted to do it.
What's your job here today?
Today I'm in charge of the crawfish and corn casserole part of our dish.
What have you learned about cooking by working on a team?
Well, I think cooking is a great way to learn how to work as a team because you have to communicate with each other, you have to know what each other's thinking, and make sure that everyone's on the same page so that your dish comes out perfectly.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H means a lot to me. I've grown up in 4-H and it's taught me everything I know, such as leadership skills, working with each other, and teamwork, and it really does give you skills that you need for the rest of your life.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'd like to go to UL, which is a college in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I would like to master in computer engineering.
My job today is to prepare the sweet and spicy shrimp skewer.
How long have you been cooking?
I've been helping out in the kitchen since I was a young girl.
What do you like the most about it?
I like being able to try new things and test out everything.
What have you learned by participating in cooking as a team?
Teamwork is very important when we try to make all our dishes come out at the same time and make sure everything's perfect.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H to me is very important. I've learned a lot of things that I would not have learned without 4-H.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to go to UL in Lafayette and major in early childhood education.
My job today is to prepare the sweet potato stacks.
How long have you been cooking?
I've been cooking since I was very young, helping out the grandparents and all my family around in the kitchen.
What do you enjoy the most about it?
I enjoy cooking because, and what I enjoy most is like just the family orientation that we have around here, and it means a lot to us to be very family oriented while we cook because it helps create a better dish in a family fair environment.
What's the difference between that and cooking as a member of a team?
Cooking with my members of the team is very different because we are all younger and we all find different ways to help each other rather than the older style of our grandparents and other people of our family.
What does 4-H mean to you?
4-H to me is about community and about leadership.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to attend SLCC and major in nursing.
Louisiana and Hawaii have many common characteristics. Both have multicultural populations, a love for music and food, and a variety of environmental wonders. Our Louisiana Luau sampler will give you a delicious taste of both of these fascinating cultures. Our plate consists of a crawfish and corn casserole, a sweet and spicy shrimp skewer, and a sweet potato stack, all featuring Louisiana commodities. Who doesn't love Louisiana crawfish?